everybody. Today we are going to set the kale aside and make a special treat for Valentine's Day. We are going to make puff pastries filled with fresh raspberries and lemon custard. I think part of being healthy is being happy. And for me, being happy means occasionally indulging in a special treat like this, as long as you don't overindulge. This recipe only makes 9, so what's the worst that can happen? Besides, then you're going to feel like you need to get to the gym tomorrow, so it's kind of a win-win. And if you think of it that way, it's a healthy snack.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So let's start with our healthy snack. So what you're going to need to make this is just really a few things. Number 1 is puff pastry sheets. You'll find this in the freezer department of your grocery store, and you really want to make sure that you get the sheets and not the shells. I've made that mistake, so just beware of that. And you want to keep this in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. Puff pastry has a lot of layers of butter in it. It's what makes it puff up when it bakes, so you want to keep that chilled. So we're going to set that aside for now, and we're going to make our lemon custard filling. All you need is 4 ounces of cream cheese softened just at room temperature, half a cup of powdered sugar, half a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 egg yolk, and some lemon zest. So let's get that lemon zest ready first. Any kind, if you have a zesting grater, that's best, but if you don't, just use a regular grater and then just chop it up a little bit so it's fine. You need 1 teaspoon of zest. So I'm going to put my cream cheese in a bowl. We're going to mix this all together to make our custard. And then I'm going to slowly add the powdered sugar. If you do it all at once, you're going to end up with powdered sugar all over your face. So I'm going to slowly add the sugar after I've beaten the cream cheese for a little bit so it's fluffy. Slowly add your powdered sugar, and then we're going to add our vanilla, egg yolk, and lemon zest. So you want to beat the cream cheese and the powdered sugar till it's really light and fluffy. And then add your lemon zest, egg yolk, and vanilla. And we just want to blend this together really well. And that looks good. You can really smell the lemon zest. It smells really good. So there's your lemon custard. Now we're just going to set that aside and get our puff pastry sheets ready. Okay, so to get our puff pastry sheets ready, now it comes with 2 sheets. You need both sheets. So working with 1 sheet at a time, just unfold it. It's folded in thirds. There'll be some creases where it's folded, and if you can just kind of press those together if it needs to, but actually they're really good guidelines because we are going to cut ours into 9 even squares. So I use those to do thirds first. So we're going to do the same thing with the second sheet. So cut this one in 9 little squares too. Okay, so 9 of these are going to be our bottoms and 9 are going to be our tops. And a little tip that I've kind of learned is it's hard to cut them in even squares, so you will get some that are bigger than others. I found that it's wise to use the smaller ones on the bottoms because the tops you're going to need a little bit more to reach over the filling and get to the side. So I just kind of eyeball and quickly pick the 9 smallest ones and lay them out on my cookie sheet. And you'll want to line your cookie sheet with either parchment paper, a Silpat, or if you have neither of those, just a little quick spray of cooking spray wiped with a napkin, just enough so they won't stick. Okay, so we've got our 9 bottoms ready to go. So we're just going to add about a tablespoon of our custard to the center of each. It's tempting to want to overfill them because you'll have a little bit extra, and I always tend to do that, but you do run the risk of it exploding out the side if you do that. So, which usually will happen on a couple of them anyways, you'll see, but don't overfill them too much. So next we want to use an egg wash, which is going to be like the glue to seal our two layers together. And an egg wash is just one whole egg and about 1 tablespoon of water whisked together. We're going to just brush all 4 edges. Not real important to be very careful, just get all the edges. Okay, now we're going to add our fresh raspberries, and you want to use, these are pretty good sized raspberries, so 3 to each is plenty. I sort of use them to push my filling back towards the center to keep it away from the edges, like that. This is something you can even have the kids help you with if you wanted to get them involved with your baking. Okay, simple as that. Now we're just going to put our tops on. You've got your glue already on the bottom, so I sometimes stretch them out just a little bit so you have plenty to work with, just barely, and then I'll use my fingers and sort of press down on the 4 corners just so they stay in place, and then gently press the edges together for a temporary seal until we come back with our fork to seal them. So just do this on all 9. And now we're going to come back with a fork using the tines and just gently but firmly enough that you're sealing the 2 layers together, go around all of the edges and seal them down. Okay, that's what it'll look like when you're done doing that step. And then we're going to take a sharp knife and we're just going to score the tops of them. This will help when the puff pastry is expanding so that it expands with pretty little lines on it instead of just bursting. You don't want to cut all the way through. You don't want it to be a place for steam to release out, because you want the steam to cause the puff pastry to raise inside. So I'm just going to gently score the tops, not going all the way through. And I think I might, for Valentine's Day, try to do a little heart shape instead of the normal 3 lines that I usually do. We'll see how that turns out. Valentine's Day is on a Tuesday this year, so if you go to the website noboneslife.com and download the recipe, there's some extra tips on there about making it ahead, so you can even have this special treat Valentine's Day morning before you're off to work. I was just thinking, you know, if you have kids or grandkids that are maybe helping you do these, you can even maybe score their initials in the top or something to make it more special so they know which ones were theirs when they come out of the oven. That might be kind of fun. So the last step before you bake them is to simply brush them with your egg wash. Sprinkle them with just a little bit of sugar just to give them a nice glisten on the top. And then we're going to bake them at 375 for about 25 minutes. You'll want to check them maybe a few minutes before. Everybody's oven is different. You want them to be a really pretty golden brown and nice and fluffed up. You don't want to underbake them or they're going to be soggy and not that really light, crispy pastry decadence that we want from puff pastry. So just a quick brush on all of them. And just a little sprinkle of sugar. Okay, and then into the oven, and we'll see you back in 25 minutes. Okay, they should be done. I'm going to get them out of the oven now. And they look perfect, and look how cute our little hearts came out. Oh, don't want to lose them. So I'm really happy about that. So you see how they're a nice golden brown color, really puffy. That's exactly how you want them to look. And you see some of mine oozed out the sides like that. It's going to happen. It's okay. Perfect. So these would be perfect for Valentine's Day morning, evening, or any special Saturday morning to have with your coffee or tea. You're gonna love them, I promise. And you saw how easy they are to make, so please give them a try. I know once you do, you're gonna wanna make them again and again. Oh, these are so cute. They're really hot at first, so it's tempting, and I am gonna bite into one, but be careful because they're really hot. Look how cute that little heart is. So cute, love it. Okay, I have to try one. Really hot. So light and flaky.
It's so tasty too.
I could really taste the lemon and the raspberry. Perfect. You're gonna love these. So I hope you'll give them a try. Let me know how you like them. If you like our videos, help us out. Give us a like, subscribe, go to our website and check it out, and download the recipe, and have a great Valentine's Day.